Got this on Amazon. It's orange. It's called a GLIXAL. So it looks compared to a NCY. It's plastic. I'm going to see if it makes it faster. It's supposed to remove the rev limiter and give it a hotter, more powerful map, it says. Alright, there's the stock one. We'll see if we get an improvement in top speed, 0 to 30 and 8 mile. So the obvious advantage to the CDIs, when you read about them online, they say it removes a rev limiter. That's kind of up for debate, whether these GY6 engines even have a rev limiter. A big part of the internet claims they don't, and there's YouTube videos supporting stock CDIs turning 30,000 RPM and still making the spark at 30,000 RPM. Not on the bike, of course, but separated from the bike. So the rev limiter theory is a myth that may be busted, but I don't know. And these things generally are limited around 8,000 RPM by roller weights, and that's use roller weights to adjust your RPMs. So the rev limiter advantage may not be advantage, and there'd be no reason to get these CDIs. So it's harder to start. It seems like it idles a little bit lower. But once it warmed up, it stayed running good. I thought I was going to have to adjust the idle. It seems pretty good. It was slower than the 0 to 30. It was slower in the 16th, slower in the 8th mile, and slower top speed. That's pretty disappointing. We'll do an opposite direction run to make sure I wasn't going uphill or something weird. This bike doesn't go above 8,000 RPM. It gets close. Of course, it's a Chinese tack, so I don't know how accurate it is. But it doesn't have the power. And with the current roller weights in it, I could adjust the roller weights, make them lighter, and get it probably over 8,000 RPM. But I would be curious to find out if there actually is a rev limiter in here. So if anyone knows, let me know. Because what I've read on the internet, there's not one. And the idea of removing the rev limiter with the CDI is a bogus myth. And the other thing I don't like about the GLIXAL CDI is it makes it hard to start. It really does start a lot more difficult. You have to get a lot more gas and kind of rev it up and get it going. With the stock CDI, just hit the starter, it cranked right up. So like all mods that don't improve the bike, it will come off. This one I probably won't throw in the trash can. I can keep it as a spare CDI. But the main reasons I won't use it is it's slower. It's actually slower in acceleration. Same speed, top speed, but it took me a long time to get to that top speed, probably longer than with the stock one, and I don't trust the reliability. A $9 CDI is probably not going to be as reliable as the stock unit, so I'll put the stock unit back on. We'll test the NCY CDI next.